Howdy, hello, and welcome back. Today is another episode of The Preferred Few, a special edition, with the guest being the first winner of the Preferred Stars. Give it up for... Taurene, also known as MX Toenail, if you're nasty.
Who told you about that?
Your Instagram bio.
Oh.
Don't say it in there. How are you doing, love?
I'm doing well. How are you,
Pretty good. We're up in the gig. We're up in some purple and blue moment. Listen, we had some outfits planned. Actually, you put on this big old, nicely done Joella wig.
Yes, Joella. This is how you style a wig. I didn't style it,
but you have been in the scene, of course, for a little bit. You know, whether it's been as Taurene or as we won't get into right now, but you've always been a part of the drag community. Of course, we're going to get into that. And I've always known about you, especially since being with your partner, who is most recently the Preferred Few episode 22, which we will also get into. And then you did the Preferred Stars, and we are welcoming this brand new little segment to the Preferred Few, which is the Preferred Few Stars edition for those who have won the Preferred Stars. And you are actually the very first winner. Yeah, super exciting. We're going to get into that as well, but you are an incredible entertainer. You have so many incredible talents and so many things that I want to learn about you. We're going to dig deep. So with that being said, are you ready to sing and slay through these questions?
Well, I hope I don't have to sing too much.
So you're originally from a small town about 2 hours away, hour and a half, 2 hours, called Fort Payne, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Tiny little mountain town.
I was about to say, I had to literally dig deep, and I was like, what the f*** is this? It's very pretty. Y'all have like the mountain and everything.
Yes,
the waterfall and everything. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I will say, like, growing up in small town Alabama didn't have a lot of perks, especially as a queer person, but like the naturical beauty, I would definitely walk children in nature in Fort Payne.
Well, speaking of, what was it like growing up in a small town known for its nature and beauty and not for the beauty of some queens like us?
I mean, it's probably exactly what you would expect.
Yeah.
I didn't have any like life-threatening situations or anything like that, but like constant like verbal bullying,
of course,
acceptance from family, like basically didn't exist. Exists a little bit more now, but still not great.
Were you openly queer while attending Fort Payne High School?
No. I didn't even like really start exploring that side until like my junior year. So I was out to like a couple of friends, and honestly, everybody knew, but like it wasn't discussed.
There was just a little hidden secret. When did you, so you officially came out in junior of college, correct?
Sort of, yes. I nenever like really officially came out other than like person to person until 2021.
That was 2021.
I came out as non-binary. I just like threw it all out there. And because I was just like, I don't want to have to like tell every single person everything. So I just
feel you.
Did the nuclear option. I was like, everybody on my friends list, hello.
Yeah.
She's queer.
You came out immediately just as non-binary whenever it came to that time. Does your family kind of understand like that spectrum of?
I don't think they understand it, but they just go with it.
Yeah.
You know?
Assuming that college brought you to Birmingham from Fort Payne.
Yes. I did 2 years of community college in neighboring Rainsville.
Gotcha.
And then I transferred to UAB.
Because it was Northeast Alabama Community College.
Yes, yes, that is true.
We're going to delve into her a little bit later.
She's cute. I like her.
For theater.
Yeah.
But what did you study in Birmingham? Because you went to UAB?
Yes. Gotcha. I studied theater at UAB's School of Theater, which was a mostly great experience.
But you also took very quickly, I'm assuming, to drag when it came to coming to Birmingham. Not doing it, but like absorbing it and being a part of it.
Yes, being around it. Yeah, for sure.
Was drag something that you always like knew of in good old Fort Payne, or was it something that kind of came into the frame when you moved to the bigger city? Like
I probably really started being aware of drag, like other than like RuPaul and like Mrs. Doubtfire, like
which of course
the cultural touchstones at the time.
Okay.
I had friends who were like really into Drag Race, and so like they exposed me, and then I got really hooked on Coco Peru's YouTube channel. And fell in love with her, and she's still to this day one of my like top.
But you also eventually got the drag bug from your partner, also known as the one and only at the time, at least, Bald Fawn. Because y'all met when...
No, they already had the mustache.
Oh, okay.
And like I was already like drag curious, like getting in drag curious before we met. Like I during the pandemic bought like a bunch of makeup and stuff and like practiced in my room, and then I like didn't like how I looked because I wasn't good yet. So I just was like, maybe it's not for me. I put it all in a box. And then when me and Fawn got together, and just like being like so involved in the scene by like being a drag husband, for lack of a better word, I was just like, I think I kind of might want to do this. And Fawn was just like, okay, well, what do you need? Like,
but when did you officially give in and like want to make the move to like start performing?
It was 2022 because my first time like performing in drag was the November DIY of that year.
So you're a DIY girl.
I'm a DIY baby. I was born out of DIY. I'm not one of those drag queens that did it for Christmas or Halloween or Pride.
Did you officially start with the name Taurene though?
Yes. Okay. Once I first performed, I toyed with a couple of other names. Like when I was during the pandemic, like putting face on, I thought I was going to be Philippa Glass, but what it came down to was that name. Toenail, which is the Miss Toenail if you're nasty on the socials, and then Taurene, and so many of my drag friends were like, "Dude, Toenail is so funny, it's so funny." I was like, it is, but like, what if one day I want to go do a pageant, like I want to go do Miss Glamorous, and it's Toenail.
Welcome to the stage, Toenail.
And then with Philippa Glass, I was like, it screams comedy to me, and I don't want to just do comedy. So I felt like Taurene was the name that kind of just is a name.
Very, universal. Like you could do really whatever, and it's also very like when you meet you and you see it, it's like
okay, that's Taurene.
Unlike Fawn though, you originally started with facial hair, correct though?
My first couple of performances, I did not have it.
I'm gonna go ahead and insert it here. I do have a picture. It's actually with Angel Face.
Oh, that's a rough picture. That is a really rough picture.
I was like, who the I was like, this is not... What made you want to like make the official move and say, I'd like to keep the facial hair?
Well, I've always had a lot of like admiration for like facial hair entertainers. I think it's so fierce to just like everything else is like very feminine, and then there's beard. I just love like the gender of it.
And I was about to say the gender of it all.
Because it's just like, what am I? What? There's been a lot of people that they talk about facial hair drag, and they're like, oh, well, you're just lazy. Like, you just don't want to shave. And I'm like, this takes longer than me shaving and like doing a regular face.
And also, it takes more talent when it comes to makeup skills. You know what I mean?
Yeah, filling in a beard is a lot. It's a lot of product too.
Not only do you stand out though for your incredible, stunning looks, your hairy kitty, but also you stand out for your gag-worthy vocals and out of drag. Does this talent come from your theater days at Northeast Alabama Community College, or before then? Were you ever like a theater kid in high school? Did y'all have theater?
We had a theater department, but it was real rinky-dink. They didn't do musicals.
Oh no.
They did plays written by the director that were like bad knockoffs of other stories that were like avoiding copyright infringement. Northeast Alabama Community College actually while it is like a college, the theater is just a community theater. So like
Gotcha.
anybody can audition.
Yeah.
So I had been doing plays there since The Wizard of Oz in 3rd grade.
But your singing truly shows off all of your incredible talents and has won you a few trophies in the past, such as Pride title, and of course, recently you snatched the very first crown of the Preferred Stars.
Yes.
As you sing your little heart out. I remember remind me what song you did for the Preferred Stars.
I did.
You also did it for Drag Assassins.
Like 3 days later. Yeah.
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Yes, I was like, hey, I worked for this one.
There you go.
But it was Speechless by Lady Gaga.
Speechless, that's what it was. I think the happiest moment from that night is not only were you in the top with your incredible live vocals, but it was also you and Rim.
Yes, who I've never met, but I love them.
Incredible. So they do drag in my hometown, and I met them and used to book them all the time for the Preferred show in Dothan. But I love how it was 2 people with facial hair. That was like and I didn't even realize it until after I had crowned you for that one, and I was like, wait a minute, they both have facial hair. That's so cool. But we also get to see you this upcoming week, actually that this is being filmed this weekend, as you come back as the guest judge for round 2, and I found out actually when we were getting ready, you're not going to sing your heart out this time.
No, Taurene will not be singing.
Oh yeah, I'm actually super excited because this one is the Canton stamped edition, so it's like campy and comedical drag, and you and Fawn both do have a little campy side to you.
Yes,
so
you can't get it out of us.
Yeah, I'm super excited. Fawn is the other guest judge alongside with you. We have a power couple coming to the judging panel of the Preferred Stars. But with all that being said, what has your journey been like thus far as a local singing slang drag icon from Los Angeles who is known for her looks and her performances?
Well, it's funny because when I first started drag, like it was all just lip sync.
Yeah.
And like I knew I had the talent to sing, and I was like, yeah, but I'm only gonna really use that if like I do a pageant and I need a talent. But for one of the DIYs, I can't remember which one it was, but it was like on my like 30th birthday. So I wanted to do like 2 songs from the year of my birth. And so I did like Nirvana and Liz Phair, and I was like, what if I just sang them? And Fawn was kind of resistant to the singing.
When I'm sure them knowing the area and knowing how like old school,
they also had never really heard me sing, other than like in the car, which is a completely different like thing. 'Cause you're not trying in the car.
Especially being a theater kid and having that's the second you get on stage, and it's like
it's so different. It's like, your like body changes when you get on stage. It's wild. After that, I like didn't do it again until Pride Idol, and then when I did Pride, they had me sing there, and I was just like, well, I'm getting like booked because I sang, and so I kind of just like started. I don't do every number as a singing number because like not every audience has the patience for that. But like say I'm doing a 3-number show, one of my numbers I'll sing live, and the other 2 will be like lip synced. And at first, like some audiences weren't super receptive to it. Like the first time I ever did it at Assassins, it was like crickets. But like every single time I've done it, I feel like people get it more.
Yeah.
And they're like starting to like accept it, and that's been really interesting for me.
I'm glad you finally got like that medium of being able to show that talent, where also having the option and the choice to be able to do whatever the you want, because ultimately that's what drag is, doing whatever the you want. But what can we see in the future from MX Tono 1997?
Well, hopefully you'll see more of me. Preferably.
Period.
And, maybe one day an album. I don't know.
Oh, I can see that.
We'll see. That's a long way away. That takes money, Mom.
Any other competitions or maybe even pageants from this MX Tono 1997?
One of these days I would like to do more, like, formal competition, like a pageant or something like that. Not right now. I still would like to build my like drag closet a little bit more.
It's not worth it. Don't rush into it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I feel like pageants, yes, and people don't realize pageants are expensive.
How expensive, and no prize is gonna get you back what you spent on the pageant.
Yeah, and drag as a whole, but really pageants are best when you really just go in and do it your all and over planning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you're putting that into a moment to make that like part of your drag, it's not gonna be as successful as you just being like, hey, I want to do this right now. You know what I mean? Like those are always the best moments in drag. So I could see you with a shiny little crown on the. I love that. And then, you know, technically you're signed up for a little competition pageant for the grand finale of the Preferred Stars.
Yes.
Watch it be
a little taste.
Watch it be a lip sync tournament. I'm just kidding.
I'll throw up.
And all of those exciting things to look forward to, though, it's time to make this done with a segment I like to call Dumb and Quick.
Dumb and Quick?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Mm-hmm, yeah. And we like that on this channel.
Mm-hmm.
Get them in, get them out, you know. You'll have 6 questions with 9 seconds each to answer them. If you cannot answer them within the allotted time, an embarrassing photo will appear of you on the screen.
There's already been one in this episode.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Question number 1, sour or sweet?
Sour.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
You like the gummy worms and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of things these days really aren't as sour as they're supposed to.
I don't want it to like hurt my mouth. But I just like the tanginess.
You're not into the painful of the oral? Wait, that sounded horrible.
No, my oral will feel good.
As it should. Question number 2. No teeth. No ma'am. Drag partners? How do you feel about it?
I love them. Obviously, I have to because.
So we were gonna get into some tea about that though on the film.
No, I wasn't gonna like say there's tea. It's just that like 2 drag queens or drag entertainers in one house. I mean, you know, your roommate is also a drag queen. Like, it's a lot. And especially when there's, like, the romance aspect. And it's so easy for us both to get so busy that we, like, don't have time for us, like, out of drag, out of the drag scene, just together, or, like, dates and keeping it fun and stuff.
I feel that.
But, I mean, if you love each other enough, you make it work.
Question number 3. Go-to meal.
Sushi.
Really?
Yeah.
A sushi person.
I don't know why that split came out, but it is what came out. there are like several things. It's hard. I'm really bad at choosing like a favorite of anything. I have like many favorites.
I see that for you though, especially like, you know, looking into your drag and being like very like, you know, touching of all different like styles and aesthetics. I see that for you. I'm also like bipolar, so I can never pick a favorite meal. Question number 4, favorite Amy Winehouse song.
Oh, that's a tough one. You said 9 seconds?
Yeah, 3 seconds.
Love is a losing game.
Okay. I get a lot of Amy Winehouse. I feel like when I've seen you perform Amy Winehouse at Drag Assassins.
Yes.
Back to Black? No.
No, at Drag Assassins it was You Know I'm No Good.
Yes.
I did Back to Black at Pride on the Plains.
That's what it was then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you had came in right after me. I was getting undressed. You were going on, and I went. That's exactly what it was. Because it was the year it rained too. An Amy Winehouse person. Do you have a favorite Amy Winehouse song to perform?
You Know I'm No Good is definitely my favorite one because it's just like there's a story to the song and it's got attitude and like just kind of being a bad girl in that song. So like it's just fun to do and it's one of the more well-known ones. So like there's always somebody in the crowd who's like singing all the lyrics. Yeah. So it's always
you
fun.
should do Valerie.
Valerie is fun.
So see, and you can get a little. Yes. I'm so obsessed with Amy Winehouse. That's why I think it was actually one of the first few times I had seen you. Because I've only seen you lip sync once, and you sang every other time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which has been like so nice for me because I'm just like so blown away. But yeah, no, I definitely got Amy Winehouse vibes for you. I'm so excited. I get to perform as her in Huntsville.
Yes, I saw the poster.
So excited. I was like,
she's so much fun to perform.
Yes, and
really
it's like all the good songs, like Back to Black. F Me Pumps, like
love F Me Pumps.
And it starts with F Me Pumps. Ooh, and I get to come in with these big old heels. I'm so excited. Question number 5, Mayhem.
Love.
Really?
Yeah.
I do too, yeah.
I was like,
at first, I was like very standoffish. I was like, I don't like it. I was like, she's doing something different. Chromatic was enough, you know what I mean? But then Zombie Boy.
Perfect Celebrity.
Perfect Celebrity is really
Vanish
good.
Into You. I've been obsessed.
We were literally just listening to that right before you got in here. And then Abracadabra, like...
Iconic.
Do you have a favorite Lady Gaga album?
Born This Way. Yeah, that's still my number one.
I see that for you.
I mean, like, I just like really like the like sonic direction she went in that album, but like kind of like dark, but like 80s poppy, but like there's like the rock elements in there.
And there's
too.
also a lot of different like tastes and like textures to the song throughout the album. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
and also it came out like the week I graduated high school, so like that album just like very much represents the like freedom of like I'm done with this place.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a lot of connections. That's crazy too.
Yeah,
it's like I'm going this way.
I'm out.
I love that. Question number 6. This one's a little bit shady.
Mm?
I'm gonna turn my chair. The preferred stars or the preferred few?
The preferred stars.
There we go. That was because I'm about to promote the
Yes.
stars right now. So that was a good answer. But lastly, where can they follow you?
You can follow me on Instagram at Taurene Queen. I think there might be a dot between Taurene and Queen.
We'll put it up.
Yeah.
We'll let them know.
Yes, or link in bio or whatever.
Yeah, we can buy it. Things sold here. And then, on Facebook, it's in parentheses, Taurene.
Yes, in parentheses, Taurene, but...
So you have to type in. It came up for me.
Yeah.
That's all you have to type in. But thank you so much once again for being on the channel. Since Vaughn came in, we talked so much about you on the episode. A lot of it actually was not aired because I think by that time I was like, this is going to come in here and win this competition, and I'm gonna have them on the channel.
So let's stop.
Literally. But speaking of, make sure to catch Taurene later this year as she competes in the grand finale of the Preferred Stars for a chance at a big sparkly crown.
Ooh.
And a cash prize.
Ooh.
Yeah. Make sure to follow the Preferred Stars on Facebook and Instagram for brand new contestant updates and to see who will join Taurene in the grand finale and is the first winner.
That's the very first. There'll never be another one.
Literally, especially with a wig all this big.
Big old this big.
Big old this wig. Wig all this big. Caption that. Make sure to follow me on all of my socials at The Only Preferred for brand new looks and updates as well. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for a brand new video on the channel every single Sunday because we keep it lovely, queer, and gay for Sundays here.
Gotta please the Lord.
Lady Gaga, yes. And a brand new episode of the Preferred Few Stars edition. A brand new edition coming to the Preferred Few, coming very, very soon. But until next time, stay queer, stay preferred, and always stay boom, Taurene.